Hey, Uriel Kane here from myfittery.com, and today we're talking about why it's tougher to lose weight and lose belly fat as you get older. It's a very common question and concern that a lot of people have, especially as they age, and it's something I've come across with thousands of my clients around the world over the past decade or so. So today in our series of how to lose belly fat and get six-pack abs, we're gonna deal with part one of this issue, because this is actually a two-part series. And the second part, we're going to look at some specific hormonal issues, specifically related to estrogen, that we are going to attend to. And in this video, I'm going to basically speak about one concept. It's a very simple concept, and it's basically the fact that as you age, you lose muscle mass, and therefore your metabolism slows down. So as a result, it's more difficult for your body to expend calories or burn calories, and therefore it's easier for you to hold on to calories and gain weight. It's a very simple formula. After the age of about 30, pretty much everything kind of goes down the drain. I mean, I don't want to sound pessimistic or anything, but it's physiology. After 30, your maximum aerobic capacity starts to decrease by about 1% per year. The same thing happens with your muscle mass. About 1% per year, you lose that throughout the rest of your life. Now, the good thing is that you can't really prevent it, but you can delay the decline in your muscle mass. And basically the way to do that is by doing strength training. That's right. So the earlier you start strength training, the better. I mean, obviously if you're 5 years old, you don't want to be doing it, but as soon as you're kind of, mid to late puberty, that's when you want to start incorporating some weight, especially if you're a woman, because women have a fear, in my experience, of lifting weights because they think they're going to get bulky. Well, it's really important that women do lift weights and challenge their muscles because it helps to prevent osteoporosis, and the sooner you start to engage in some type of resistance training, women, the better off you're going to be from a bone health perspective later on in life. The second component, obviously, is your ability to burn fat, not only now, but for years down the road. So it's important to strength training to build your muscles so that you can increase your metabolic rate. We, if you've watched the other video on when you kind of looked at the details of calories needed and calories burned and all that stuff, you remember when we did the calculation for basal metabolic rate, or BMR, that is heavily dependent on your lean muscle mass, right? So the more lean mass you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate is going to be, which means you're going to burn more calories throughout the day, at rest, while you're sleeping, during activity, the whole bit. So after the age of 30, as you get older, that lean muscle mass starts to decline naturally, and that's why your metabolism slows down. Now here's the difficult thing. If you're continuing to eat the same way you have been, the tendency will be to shift the scale towards more calories coming in versus being expended. So it's important that you adjust your caloric consumption to either maintain your current weight or lower your caloric consumption to lose further weight. And that's where a lot of people have a tough time. That's actually where a lot of athletes go wrong, is that they're used to training very, very heavily, and a lot of them get away with a poor diet until they stop playing. And that's when they have a tough time adjusting to that new way, and they've continued to eat the same way while their activity level has basically gone down 50 to 100%. That's why they put in a lot of weight very easily after they're done their careers. So we need to resistance train to build the lean muscle mass, to keep it going for as long as possible so you can keep your metabolism up. You also want to reduce your caloric consumption as you age, because the less muscle you have, the less need for calories and energy you're going to need, right? So the more muscle you have, the more calories you need to fuel those muscles. The less muscles you have, the fewer calories you're going to need to fuel them. So it's kind of a two-sided coin, and we have to look at both sides of the equation. So that's the main reason that as you get older, it's tougher to lose weight. And so after about 30, things start to become a little more difficult. But let's not use that as an excuse, right? Because I know plenty of people who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s who are still in great shape, and they're still burning fat, they're still lean, and I know you can do it as well. So let's not use excuses. I mean, the physiology is physiology, but we can work, we can work above and beyond that sometimes. And that's what I'm here to show you all about. So this is part one of why it's tougher to lose weight and belly fat as you get older. In the second part of this video, we're going to look at the importance, or actually really the phenomenon of estrogen and what it does in the body. And this video is going to specifically, I guess, a little more specific to women as they kind of get towards menopause. And we're going to deal with that A lot of women have this issue. So if you want the video as well as all 20 other lessons with this series of how to lose belly fat and get six-pack abs, be sure to go to the website. It's myfitteryou.com/abs. The website is right here. So if you go there right now, just opt in and you'll get all these lessons for free, and you're going to learn everything you need to know to lose belly fat and get six-pack abs in less time and for as long as you want. I'm Uriel Kane, and I'll see you in the next lesson.